After I've created a peony bud, I can take it and transform it into a full flower. I'm using the same procedure that I did in order to create my peony bud. However, I've switched to a larger 5-petal cutter. Our bud was made with a small 5-petal cutter. Now I've switched to a larger one. Cut it out and have ball tooled the edges. And the same process that we were using before, where I slide my piece all the way up to the base of my bud. I'm gonna add a little bit of glue and work around in the same way. By using the bigger cutter, our flower is going to start to get bigger, and we can add as many layers as we wish. Again, I'm using that same technique where I'm lining up the center of my petal with one of the places where there is an overlap from the previous layer, so that each layer we can see the petals almost like through the window between each of the previous layer. I tuck around, making sure to tuck the 5th petal underneath the first one so that my pattern is continued. I'll turn it over and adhere it to the base of the bud to make sure that everything is sticking. At this point, I have enough structure that I could even just rest it right on the table for just a split second while I pick up my last layer. I'll apply my last layer in the same exact manner, and I can keep going with all of these pieces in order to create as big of a flower as I want. I like adding 2 layers to my peony bud, 2 extra layers, and that usually gives us a good size that's going to go onto a wedding cake. Peony flowers are very popular flowers for wedding cakes. We do a lot of these in May and June. As I go around, I make sure to adhere all of the petals to the bottom. Now, when I want to dry this is going to need to dry overnight. I can decide if I dry it straight up and down, you'll notice what starts to happen. A lot of times the petals start to fall. We have heavy petals at this point. So I do have a preference to dry it upside down. I can either just dry it straight on my flower mat, or if I wanted to, I can stick it into my styrofoam block and just make sure that it is hanging straight down once I put it in. My flower is going to rest overnight, and then I'm ready to paint and finish it.